Hello. While my panelists get in and settled, I am really excited to introduce you. As you heard, I'm Michaela
Hi.
Guzzi. I'm an award-winning documentary
Sorry,
filmmaker.
Ahmed, nice to
I'm
meet you.
uh, there we go. A travel journalist, and I'm the CEO of Oh the People You Meet Productions. I've traveled around 121 countries, filming people, places, and purposes around the world, capturing stories that really capture that soul of a place. And it's not just the skylines or resorts, even though there's lots of them here. It's the people, it's the culture, and it's the heartbeat. And so I'm really excited today to talk about something that's happening on the future of travel and hospitality in the public-private partnerships. And these collaborations are no longer just financial arrangements. They're the scaffolding upon which entire destinations are built. They determine not only what gets developed, but who benefits, who belongs, and what legacy we leave behind. I'm honored to moderate this conversation with 4 visionary leaders that are shaping tourism across the Middle East and Europe, from Sharjah to Ras Al Khaimah to Greece to global hospitality brands. Each of our panelists brings a unique lens to the question, how do we create destinations together? So let's dive in, not just into the economics, but into the ethics, the innovation, and the impact of these partnerships. So first up, I'm very excited to introduce you to His Excellency Ahmed Obed Al Qasser, the CEO of Sharjah Investment Development Authority, also known as Shorouk.
Pleasure.
Honors all mine. Abdullah Rashid Al Abduli, the CEO of Marjan.
Pleasure.
And we have Wissam, We have Wissam Okasha, the Managing Director and Head of Global Development for TUI Blue Hotels and Resorts. And stay tuned, he has a surprise for you later. And then last but certainly not least, I'm excited to introduce you to our pal from Greece. Here you go. Marianos Giannopoulos. I had to practice his name a few times. He's the CEO of Enterprise Greece. So I'd like to kick off with Ahmed, if you don't mind. Sharjah has become a model of sustainable and culturally rooted tourism development. How do public-private partnerships help preserve cultural heritage while driving economic growth, and what lessons can other destinations learn from Sharjah's approach?
First of all, I'm glad to be back at FHS. The vibes is always energetic here. Talking about Sharjah, and first of all, I'd like to start by the UAE. UAE have put tourism into the core front of its pillars of strategy, where we're looking at having 20% of our GDP is contributed by tourism, which is a big goal. And to that, we need to work closely together as different emirates to position ourselves differently. And we've successfully managed to, all the numbers say that we've managed to do that. And we in Sharjah pride ourselves in being the cultural capital of the United Arab Emirates, where we truly believe in authenticity, in cultural tourism and ecotourism. And we see that across our portfolio. And speaking about Shorouk, we are an investment authority, but we are deeply rooted in what Sharjah is all about. And we focus on 4 main sectors, which is real estate, which is the largest in our portfolio, hospitality, leisure and entertainment, arts and culture. Today I'll be speaking about hospitality because we are here and because it's the closest to my heart. And speaking about hospitality, probably I give some examples of what we've done when it comes to partnership, because we in Shorouk believe in the partnership between the public sector, private sector, most importantly, the local communities. And that's what we try to achieve. And if we look at our hospitality, yes, we do work with operators, but I'll use Sharjah Collection as an example of what we've done. So Sharjah Collection is a collection of hotels ranging from the smallest in our portfolio, 5 rooms, and the largest is only 40 keys. But they're all positioned in different places that are either repurposely built, giving back life to building, or some of them are in protected areas. And I'll use Najd al-Miqsar as an example, because we have a philosophy in Sharjah Collection. It's built around the place, the experience of what's around, and then it's the culinary experience and wellness experience. So if we serve that, then this hotel fits into the Sharjah Collection. And using Najd al-Miqsar is a 100-year-old village that's in Khorfakan. It's on the mountains of Khorfakan. Many years ago, people flooded the city. There was a war. They've lived there. So we rebuilt these houses. It's like giving purpose back. And it's in between all of these beautiful farms. So we started closely looking at how can we support the local communities, and we started now working with the farms around where we want them to plant all the vegetables for us, and then we do this farm-to-table concept. But also looking at SMEs and how can we engage them with us, which is really important. We started looking at locals who can do tour guides. We started looking at local entrepreneurs who can serve this industry, because the problem is with this industry, it's like it's too. I think it's sometimes segregated. We forget the SMEs, and we put that at our core front. So what we started doing is looking at working with local roasteries. So we get specialty coffee, single origin coffee from local roasteries. We started working again with other with UAE-based chefs that will produce these menus for us, train our staff, and then try. What I want to say is that we always say that we are not in the business of selling rooms, but we are in the business of selling experiences, and we truly try so hard to embed this in our hotels. And I don't want to speak a lot about our. I would like to spend the whole time speaking with them, but I'd like to give my colleagues also the chance to speak.
Well, we'll come back around. Abdullah, Marjan's reshaping Ras Al Khaimah's future as a luxury and a leisure destination. What role are public-private partnerships playing in balancing both the rapid development with long-term environmental stewardship, especially in the coastal and island projects that you have?
I think the story of Ras Al Khaimah today started from the master planning exercise that Ras Al Khaimah went through over the last few years. And whenever it comes to a waterfront destination, it's always about creating a destination that is sustainable, that is speaking to the ecology, and ensure that it adds to the marine ecology itself. And that's where you see all our iconic master plans and destinations. It's all about how we can ensure that all our master plans are sustainable, ensuring that water quality, water circulation is at international standards, while at the same time ensuring that there is a business case for all of those investors and developers. When we speak about public-private partnerships, it's all about the integration between the public sector and the private sector. And that integration starts from day one at the master planning exercise. Then you move toward the strategy of execution of this master plan, leading all the way to delivery of real estate assets in the destination. In Ras Al Khaimah, we were so successful in building a waterfront destination at Marjan Island. It's our iconic master plan, extended around 4.5 kilometers deep into the Arabian Gulf. A lot of hospitality brands are joining us in this journey. But in this master plan, if you notice, we promote livability. And when we speak about livability, it's a destination for everyone. And that's the way how we see or envision the Al Marjan Island in the coming future. It is a destination for all of those who live in Ras Al Khaimah, who are visiting Ras Al Khaimah, who are coming from outside the UAE and want to enjoy a good quality time in the United Arab Emirates, while at the same time, it allows all of people to enjoy multiple activities within the same destination itself, whether you want to book a room or have a table in the restaurant or any of these communal activities available in the destination. In summary, I have to say, the story of public-private partnership, it is not just limited to operation of an asset. No. It starts from day one, when you understand the brief of what your clients or customer want, up to the execution and the delivery of this project.
You also bring up a favorite part of why I like traveling, which is when you go into a different place, how I get a sense of place is when I meet local people. So the fact that you're creating those experiences from the get-go is amazing. Wassam, let's talk to you. You're a global hospitality leader, and TUI operates across diverse regulatory and cultural landscapes. What makes public-private partnerships truly scalable across borders, and how can governments better align with international operators to help you attract sustainable investment?
Thank you for that question, which is, in fact, our daily bread. Yeah? I think today, as private investment projects will never be able to be established in a destination without a clear partnership, with a partnership for purpose. That means it's not about being like, back in the years, these kind of projects, they were like always the same model. The land comes from the country, the investment comes from outside, and that's it. And in some cases, it's a good, successful partnership, and some others not. Today, I think we have proven that we are in the position to bring these kind of projects, because we truly believe that development of tourism is development of destination first, and destination development is not about being a European or a skilled person coming from outside of any country. I mean, we operate in 189 countries with different cultural mix and setup. So the idea is always to focus, first of all, as my colleague has said, on sustainability, but also empowering the local community and create small businesses, middle businesses around the hotel, just to make sure that we can educate the people around it. And I can tell you from all the experiences we had in the destination, none of them we faced a sort of a rejection. It's the contrary. People are always willing to participate. You give them the chance to present the country with the population, with the culture it is. So this is why we have a couple of very good successful models which we created, for example, in the Cape Verde. Back in the years, about 20 years ago, not even 20 years ago, we started with the first hotel, 590 rooms. Meanwhile, we do over 8,500 rooms, which belongs to us, and we run it. And plus, we have about 14,000 rooms, which are distributed by our distribution channels. That mean, in numbers, 85% of the tourism in the Cape Verde, not only Sal Island, it's made by the group. How do we do this? It's clearly that the TUI Care Foundation comes into the picture once we have established the first hotel. Then we create a lot of ecosystem, or let's say a lot of elements in the ecosystem which participate on sustainable hospitality and
You're also
tourism.
creating a lot of jobs.
This is one of the best things, the nice side effect. I mean, just about 2 weeks ago, we announced a new joint venture with Oman government, where we have a big number of investment between us and the government, and we are bringing at Salalah in end of 2027, 1,575 rooms in 6 different hotels. And we have to imagine that this year will bring over 3,000 jobs, immediate jobs. But if you consider the environment and the supply around it, that's going to be going over 6,000, 6,500 jobs. Now, the good things about it, a lot of people say like bringing a tour operator and further brands into a destination like Salalah might be problematic. I don't see it like this at all, because I think when we will start the first season alone, we will bring in the first 4.5 months 59,600 seats and guests to the destination in the first season. And that is all about when you say an ecosystem with integral aircraft, cruises, and
Right.
transportation and hotel beds. That's to make and this we cannot do without the local government and the local support, clearly.
No, it's an amazing case study, and I'm glad that it's actually working in real. Marianos, we must hear from you. Greece has successfully leveraged public-private partnerships to revitalize tourism infrastructure and attract foreign investment. What are some key ingredients of a PPP that deliver both economic returns and community impact, and how do you measure success beyond just GDP?
First of all, thank you, Gala, for the question, and I would like to thank FHS for putting such an amazing panel together. I'd like to, first of all, being the last one for the question, to completely agree with what everyone has said, and I actually know what to add to the conversation. Just to add as well that I was in Sharjah last week for the World Investment Conference.
Oh yeah, thank you for coming.
For WIPA, and I'm just really happy to say that Greece is on the board member now, the steering committee of WIPA, responsible for the EU. Now, going back to your question, in our experience, the success relies on three essential factors. The first one is strategic alignment, the second is transparency, and the third one is inclusiveness, which we heard about already. So going to the first part, strategic alignment, every public partnership must serve both the national priorities and the local needs. It's when tourism infrastructure is designed with a long-term vision, enhancing competitiveness while benefiting all the local communities, it creates a sustainable ecosystem. So we're not talking about just a profitable project. So the second is transparency. You need clear, of course, governance frameworks and predictable approval processes, which are critical always for investor confidence. If you don't have the confidence from the investor, you can't go anywhere. So that can become the defining strength, especially for Greece's PPP's model. The third one, inclusiveness. You have to engage, of course, local communities. You have to engage them in planning. You have to engage them in employment, and of course, throughout the value chain, as we've heard from other speakers as well. So in a way, you can ensure that the project delivers social value alongside any economic impact. So how do you measure success? Going back to your second part of your question. It's not just GDP, of course, but for us is, of course, the job creation, which you mentioned. I think it's one of the most important factors. Regional balance. We're looking about the year-round tourism activity, if that has increased. And, of course, the environmental sustainability. So the true success is when it just strengthens the destination, not just economically, but socially, and creates resilience in the whole aspects of life.
Thank you. Now, to any of my panelists, but I'd like to start with either of you, can public-private partnerships be designed to empower local entrepreneurs and small to medium-sized enterprises, especially as a destination is emerging, without compromising global standards and investor expectations? Who wants to take it?
Yes, sure, I can take it forward, Ahmed. Today, the SMEs are part of the whole economic system all over the places when it comes to all destinations that we are visiting today. New trends, new brands are coming up, and new opportunities are being created for everyone who can tap into SMEs. All of us today are always looking to support SMEs, while at the same time having our own international standard. But I feel from my personal experience, it is the role of the government to support SMEs. They act as an enabler for those companies to grow further in the economic system. SMEs are not just only companies. SMEs are the future of what we call it today the new emerging company. It is the future that we all should focus and support. And when it comes to SMEs, and especially when it comes, for example, sustainability, when it comes to innovation, when it comes to AI, it is the new trend. And we need to support them as master developers.
Thank you. Anyone to add?
I don't think the economy is built on SMEs, so we subsequently need to support all of these SMEs. And something that we do, we work closely with the entrepreneurship offices based in Sharjah, where we try always to, whether we're developing a waterfront destination or whether we are developing something, we always make sure that we have a section dedicated, whether it's subsidized rents, whether us financially supporting those. But we try to push as we can SMEs. As they grow, I mean, the businesses grow, we grow together with them. So it's a crucial thing. It's a whole ecosystem that, you cannot focus on one thing and keep the other. As I said, it's a whole ecosystem.
Yes, the stool will never stand on its own if the legs aren't all in order here. Okay, what are the most common misconceptions about public-private partnerships in tourism, and how can we shift the narrative to emphasize collaboration, transparency, and shared value creation? Who wants to take it? All right, go for
I
it.
can start. I think the first misconception, I believe, is that kind of you're shifting risk from the public, from the government to investors, which it's definitely not true. It's a shared project, and it's about kind of creating value for both parties. Another misconception is that public-private partnerships can be slow or overly bureaucratic, which is not true. So, for example, in Greece, we have addressed that by streamlining procedures and kind of adopting digital tools, which I'm from the UAE has adopted as well, that makes this process more faster, more transparent, and in a way more predictable, going back to what I was saying, what the investors are looking for. And, but I think what needs to be done in a way is actually to hear the success story we just heard. You need to hear about success stories, what has worked, and we must communicate those success stories more effectively. So, because you have seen the revitalization of heritage sites, ports, marinas, it wouldn't have happened otherwise. So,
that's interesting.
And the end result is a tangible result to the local economies. So, from our perspective, culture and governance diversity not just helps, it not just stops the public partnerships, but enhances them. So, you need to have adaptability kind of when facing a subject. So I think it's communication. I think that's the key for any project.
Anyone to add?
I think the success of these kind of implementations is clearly when all parties are giving the chance to every single partners to be a custodians of the destination, not only a beneficiary. Today, the biggest investment we're doing in our ecosystem, it is about people. And when we speak about people, the most of the people think like we're speaking about our own resources, but it's not. It is in fact people even in the destination itself. So today, if we think about these kind of capacity increase implementations or programs which we create in the destination, it is clearly addressed to a young entrepreneur, where we see, for example, in the UAE, in a fantastic and excellent implementation where the government has been leading and has been providing a very top-performing digital online system where people can easily dock into the economy of the country. We bring the education from outside with international know-how, but adopted on the culture, on the local culture. We're not speaking only about here, we're speaking about China. We opened in China 14 hotels in the last 18 months. So we adopt ourselves on the local culture, and then we create these kind of opportunities and free of charge education for the people, just to make sure that they are part of the delivery of a full sustainable tourism and hospitality. It's a very good example to say, for example, today, the Sal in the Cape Verde has a very tough soil. We invested about 3 years in that soil just to make sure that we can stop the problem of importing good quality and sustainable product for the hotels. So what we did, we created a farm with we started with 8 items, but now meanwhile we have about 16 different items on salads, fruits, vegetables, herbs, which we have created them on a not directly on the soil, but in a special technique which came into Sal. And the target was to really maintain a good quality and sustainable quality in our hotel. Meanwhile, we supply the entire island of Sal, the population and all other hotels with these products, which are made for non-profit. And this kind of implementation and success story, it is replicated exactly in the human resource factor, in education of local business people.
Well, I think you bring up another great point, which is when you show people you care and you're giving them healthy, real food and wellness, you create some loyal workers and community members that want to work and be a part of what you're doing. All right, I think this is probably going to be one of you two,
Yeah.
but let's see. You can tell me. In a region as diverse as the Middle East, how do cultural sensitivity and governance models shape and structure the success of public-private partnerships in hospitality?
Yeah, I think I'll go for that. Well, the UAE the UAE became a thriving, for the hospitality industry. We see that by the increase in ADRs year on year, increase in hotel stays year on year. And the UAE became a melting point for more than 200 nationalities, which is something that we take pride of, that we would like to host people. We are hospitable people. We welcome everyone. How this has reflected on our industry now, we don't see too many Emiratis within this industry. And then what's happening subsequently into hotels? Now, a lot of hotels claim that they have this Emirati authentic experiences. And it is misrepresented by someone who have read probably 1001 Nights and thought that is part of our culture. Or someone saw someone in another hotel and thought that's Emirati and started replicating it in other hotels. And the problem is now when someone comes to the country, after the airport, the first interaction they have is in the hotel. And they arrive at the hotel, you find this guy wearing a kandura, which is up to here, and the agal, which is all the way back here, like a little girl wearing a headband, and the ghitra is another story. And the coffee is serving is not an Emirati coffee. And the tourists come and they start taking pictures with them, sharing it with the others. And this is not right. This is our national identity. It's our national cloth. It's not a costume. So if you cannot do it, and my message to hotels, if you cannot do it, please reach out. There are tourism boards. There are cultural offices that are there. And they'll support you for free. But please make sure that you represent the Emirati culture in a proper way. Or don't do it. Like if you come to our hotels, if you are not an Emirati, you won't be wearing a kandura. It's fine. No, you can still serve that coffee. Still taste the same. So it's very important that we serve. And that's what we did. And this is only one small example. If I go on, we will stay till tomorrow here. But
I know, I wish we only had a few
what I want to say, this is something that we took up on our shoulders in Shuruq, that what we want to do with our hotels is to truly show our authentic hospitality, our Emirati hospitality, and work only with partners who share our values, partners who would understand, who are willing to go the extra mile to work with us closely in order to make sure that we transfer this authenticity. We are very hospitable people, and Arabs are well known for it. So we would like to present that in a proper way, I don't say that everybody does that, but I think if you are going to do it, please do it in a proper manner. And this is what I think will give you this uplift in your brand. Or just be an international brand. It's fine. We're happy with that. So yeah, this is the message I wanted to say, since we have everybody related to hospitality here sitting. So this was a message that I had kept in my heart for a while.
No,
and
very
this is a good
important, and I
platform
appreciate
to.
your passion.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me.
Now, anyone to add really quick, because I have one last question that I do want to get to. Any burning? Okay, no, then I'm going to go. I want each one of you to rapid fire answer this question. If you could redesign the public-private partnership model from scratch for a totally new destination, what one innovation or principle would you prioritize and why?
Where do we go?
Who wants to start? Not you, you're last.
I will. I can start it.
You can start, please.
I think today the main principle when it comes to BPP, it's alignment between the government agenda and the private partnership. And this is key. Today, we can see a lot of gaps when it comes to implementation and execution of these partnerships. And we understand that because the private sector has a commercial agenda, the public sector has another agenda and responsibility, and the main principle from day one should be alignment between government agenda and public-private partnership.
I totally agree with that. Would you like to go, Ham? Want to go?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I can go. Yeah. Well, I don't. To be honest, I don't think there's one way of doing things. We believe that each situation has its own circumstance. Yeah. So and that's I think the success model of the UAE. We easily adapt. this is something that will make us progress, we're going for it. Simple as that.
Okay, I like that. Marinos?
Well, I have to agree. First of all, it needs to be, I would place flexibility and adaptability kind of to its core. So it's not enough, having just clear institutional legal framework and structure for the confidence, but at the same time, you need, where the real innovation is to allow projects to evolve, because it might take 4, 5, 6, 10 years to materialize. So I think involvement in one way, and kind of the adaptive governance, and of course a shared decision-making mechanism between the two parties.
All right, Wassam.
How I wish actually to be indeed, I wouldn't say reinventing, but really implementing new measures. Because today when we speak about success in these kind of projects, we speak about numbers, we speak about occupancy, we speak about a lot of things, but there is one thing which I really wish, and I will work hard to maybe to have it one day, maybe a sort of a destination impact clause, where contribution to the community and to the country is measurable. That's mean how many jobs have been bringing here, how many people has been positively affected and improving their lifestyle in this destination, how many young talent has been starting in the same country but got the world open for them, which we have in our company as well. Once they dock onto our ecosystem, people go with us all over the world. So I think down the road we need to create a measurable element where these kind of projects can be measuring the success.
I love that. Holding for the accountability for the local community, cultural capital, if you will. Now, we have seconds left, and I know you have an announcement.
Yes, we have today the honors to spend actually to sponsor one free stay for the audience. This is the last minute of
why the audience? Why not us?
Of giving maybe your business card. Let me take this, please. Yeah.
He sprung this on me at the
And the
very
other two,
beginning,
yeah.
right as we were walking on stage.
Unfair.
This is the last chance. Don't be shy. Come over. If you didn't put your business card, so just come over and then put it here. We're going to be having a raffle.
Well, we'll give you 1 second while he does that raffle. Just some
Exactly.
closing remarks in case there's anybody that wants to add their card. Thank you for joining this vital conversation. And what we explored today is more than a business model. It's a blueprint for how we can shape the future of travel. Public-private partnerships are not just about infrastructure or investment.
Oh, too many
They're
business
about
cards.
interaction and intention. They ask us to consider, what are we building for? What stories will these destinations tell? And how do we ensure those stories are inclusive, authentic, and enduring?
There you go.
As someone who has spent my career documenting the human side of travel, I've seen firsthand the most memorable destinations are more than just beautiful, they're meaningful, and they're built with purpose and people at the center. And these partnerships honor both profit and impact. And so it was so wonderful to hear from each one of you, your commitment to the people. All right, let's go.
I have a digital card.
You have a business card?
A digital card.
Are you sure?
You're invited. You're invited. So I need
all get a free stay as
one
a fellow
volunteer
panel.
A free
lady
one for
to
sure.
come with me on the stage, please. Come on, maybe. And then
Come on.
we're gonna mix all this here properly. Let's
See, I
do this
never
one.
want the pressure of picking the name.
We're gonna.
Should we tell them what they're doing? Should we tell them where they can stay first? I
Yeah.
have my microphone on. Hello.
We can win a 5.
It's a 5-night, all-inclusive.
What?
5-night, all-inclusive for 2 people in a double room at either. You've got a choice.
Yes.
Whoever the winner will be. It will either be the Mora in Zanzibar. I'd go for that one.
Exactly.
Thank you, my partner.
Or Tui Blue
Now you tell
Medina
us.
Gardens in Marrakesh. Oh, Zanzibar or Marrakesh.
Or the Kingfisher Hotel in
Should we
Sharjah.
have a show of hands, right? Well,
That's
right, hands up who'd go to Zanzibar first, right? Let's see the most
Zanzibar,
popular destination.
yeah.
Right. Hands up Marrakesh. it's about 50.
almost.
I
the
mean, I wanna
same.
go to all of
Exactly,
them. Why don't you
exactly.
have to
So that's going to be a very exciting
Yeah.
one.
Any
So
more
again,
cards? Any,
the lucky winner will have
oh,
to.
got another one.
to choose between one of these two wonderful properties, the luxury brand, the Mora in Zanzibar, or the Tui Blue in the middle of the Medina in
Scott's in
Marrakesh.
it to win it.
I was going to
is
say, the
coming.
anticipation is killing me. Who's
Here we
getting
go.
this trip?
We should have started with that.
Here we go.
I've never seen an
now
audience
they know the
who's
destination.
so alive.
More and
I mean,
more.
had we
Okay,
known, we would all have a raffle.
Bill.
Let's mix it up properly. Mix with your hand, please.
gonna-
Exactly. Turn your face.
See, I-
Mix it around. Mix it around.
Drum roll, please.
Take one
Right,
out.
right. It is.
Oh, let me see.
Woo!
Oh, this is my card. How can you get it there?
Thought it was
No,
mine.
no. It's actually a very nice card. You may announce the winner
It is a nice card. It is Naji Al Marzuki, who is the relationship and business development manager at. I need my glasses. Met Holding. Do we have Naji
You will come.
here?
Naji
There you
here.
go.
Congratulations.
Well done to Naji.
Come on,
I didn't know we were in an award show.
please.
True, yeah.
You have the chance now to choose between either the Mora in Zanzibar
Good choice.
or the Tui
Yeah,
Blue
what are you
in-
going to choose?
All right.
All need to know.
يا بتروح على المغرب
It's a hard
على مراكش او بتروح على المورا اللي هي بزنزبار.
Oh, that's tough.
مراكش
Yeah.
What destinations are
and the winner is
winner is
تركي هون
Marrakesh.
وراك.
Woohoo!
تبعت لي هذا.
Congratulations.